Welcome back to another episode de Todos Toman Podcast. Muchachos, we are down a man. Um,
Sadly.
well, I mean,
Ah.
sure. uh, but yes, Tank is not with us today. So pressure's on is the words to live by, eh? Even though you don't
Miguel.
practice what you teach.
Miguel.
Uh, Johnny boy, you got time letting you know in
Damn.
advance. Tank is a very busy man and did not give us any room for notice. So
To fight back,
we're-
no?
so Johnny Boy is taking over on Words to Live by this episode. But
I
yeah,
guess.
so it's
He took a
Short
personal
notice,
day,
tampoco sabía, pero here I am, no?
pues aquí andamos. So Miguel is with us, Johnny Boy, and myself, Romero.
Yeah.
Before we get any further, muchachos, ¿qué están tomando?
Hey, let me get out the way. I know I'm messing up the rotation, but I went hard.
Entonces.
I went hard as hell this weekend, muchachos, so I'm sticking to
Oh, boy.
water. To water.
No, mom.
Way, in all good, in honor of Tank. You know how Tank's been a little wuss this past couple episodes. It's okay. If you guys forgave him, you guys can forgive me. Let's move on. All right, let's get out the way. Miguel, what you got?
Hold on. Let's remove Johnny Boy, dude. I guess it's the 2-man podcast today, no?
It's fucked up, but okay.
So I went to Benny's and I got a few bottles, right? Like I mentioned before. One of the ones that I got is a pre-made already old fashioned. So I
Okay.
love old fashions. I'm not sure how I feel about pre-mixes, but this one's really good, dude. Like, so se llama Handy and Schiller.
Okay,
So
I
it's
think
an
I've seen
old
it.
fashioned. Yeah,
Mhm.
it's with
Nice bottle.
Buffalo Trace whiskey.
Oh, sure.
Okay.
Yeah, so and like I tried it. I was like, bro, this shit is really good. Like I tried,
Así
Fue lo que-
nomás en
like,
el
yeah.
vasillo ahí no le pones
yeah,
nada.
dude. Nope, nothing to. I mean, you could add oranges and ice if you want,
Mm.
but it already has the bitters. It already has the whiskey. Ya tiene todo. Ya, so ya está listo. And
That's
I'm not
interesting.
gonna lie, it was better. It's better than half of the old fashions I have tried
Mhm.
at bars, dude.
Okay,
Yeah.
well, I'll definitely check it out. Pues ahí I might just stop by for lunch or something, you know. Are you going to be real quick? Are you going to the office tomorrow?
So I will have to go to the office for the remainder of the week, except
well.
Thursday, because I took off Thursday, right? So
Mhm.
I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go to this amazing event que le van a dar el trofeo a Messi. I mean, a Romero. 'Cause you never know, dude. You never know. He's getting all the trophies over there now. So I took that day off, and since today was the first day of school,
Mhm.
I took Chiquis to school. So like I took the day off just in case, like her bus card didn't work or anything, like I could just pick her up.
Va. Yeah,
¿Tú,
pues
Romerito?
I am drinking, as you can see back here. Good old trusty.
Crown?
Crown Royal Peach. Acabo de abrir la botella, so it's been a minute since I had it. Y pues claro, me acordé de mi amigo Tanque y dije, pues él le gusta, he's always drinking it. Lo voy a
He is,
acompañar,
dude.
pero pues me dejó aquí
come on.
solito. Y te diré, güey, que we went pretty hard this weekend too.
You guys did have the little get together, huh?
Well, let's first do the cling, then we'll talk about.
Va, pues hay que brindar entonces, muchachos.
I
Salud.
got no clink, but here you go.
Esta madre, ¿cómo se me había olvidado que esta madre es peligrosa, eh? Sabe bien rica, güey. Hasta cuando me serví el vaso dije,
Oh, it's
Yeah.
un chingo.
me serví un chingo, pero pues
Yeah.
yo creo que es just enough. Si no es que hasta buena está.
This is one of the bottles I would recommend from my many adventures at Benny's, dude.
I gotta try that, dude. I gotta get more into collecting some whiskeys.
I'll send you pictures of the ones I have, dude, and
For sure.
rating of them.
I want to venture off into exploring more mezcales.
Oh,
I
shoot.
wanted to, and like I saw some, but it's one of those I just haven't committed to trying mezcal
Yeah.
from Benny's and other places.
But I wouldn't want to do mixed drinks mezcales, you know? Like I just want to like have the little shot and sip on it.
Ooh, I've had a old fashioned de mezcal. That shit was fire, dude.
Oh, I've never heard that.
That shit was really good too.
Yeah, I never heard of that either. Dude, there was a spot over here in LA. I think I told you about it, Romero. A couple years ago, we went there, and it's you get like a flight, y todo, and they have plenty of different mezcales. It's a restaurant as well.
You did tell me that, yeah.
Their food isn't like the best, but it's more kind of like they call it like a Mexican, like una cantina, but it's more of it's a little bit more whitewashed. So you'll have a bunch of stuff.
You go there for the quote unquote
so
experience.
It's a canteen, no?
Yeah. And it's right off the beach too. I mean, it's on Venice. It's in Venice Beach. So it's, I don't know, I want to say 5-10 minute walk to the beach.
Sounds like company picnic, dude.
Hell yeah, dude.
Once the hurricane's over, dude. Once the hurricane's over, dude.
Jump on the bus, dude. It's we're heading that way in September, dude.
There you
go. Too soon?
Nah, dude, I'm good, dude. Like, because me van a dejar, dude. You guys can go see Luis Miguel and...
I'll drop you off at the casino, dude. It's a casino down the road.
Like,
no.
Like,
we pick you up on the way back, dude.
I'll be like, mis amigos me dejaron aquí con un pin, ¿no? Un pin con un billete aquí, ¿no? Como los niños. Así, like,
Pero, tell me a little bit, how was the weekend? I know you said you guys hung out, so...
Yeah, pues ahora sí que we feel that the summertime, the good weather is about to be over here. Although I'll say that, dude, it's getting pretty damn hot.
Shit, dude.
Yeah, the weekend was hot, and we're projected to be in the hundreds pretty much all week. So above hundreds. So hopefully it's not that bad on Thursday because we're gonna be all suited up and shit. But
I'm thinking I'm not gonna go in a suit, dude. I'll go in dress pants and a shirt, and that's about it, dude. Like, I don't gotta represent anything, dude.
Dude,
now you don't gotta represent that hard.
I requested for you to give me the award, dude. So you're gonna be.
Damn.
Shit.
So you better be ready, just in case he's not joking.
You know that black shirt has the tie already on it and everything. I got you, dude. I'm sure I can find it by then.
But yeah, no. So this weekend we got together. Pedrillo did a little get together at the house. When I say a little get together, dude, to be honest, era like, I don't know, ya que empezó a llegar la gente, and we're looking at the table, and it's like, dude, this is a sign that we're grown. Like, there were expensive bottles of whiskey at the table and cigars. Like, I'm like, I think back, a few years ago, or probably 10 years ago, when we were in the apartment over there on 61st. It's like cerveza de lo que fuera, and just cheap shit all around, like. And now it's like I felt a little intimidated just looking at that table. I was like, "I cabrón." There were those Blue Label. There were all types of whiskeys.
Oh, yeah. Dude, I could name all of them, dude. Because like, cuando fui, like, so I saw the picture, and in the picture it was just the Blue Label and the Taylor, right?
The Chicago edition, no?
Yeah, the Chicago edition.
Nice. That looked really nice.
So I was like, damn, okay. I was like, so in the chat, somebody had mentioned like, hey, like I'm gonna take a bottle of Marlot, right? So I was like, damn. So when I went to Benny's, we asked the guy that was working there, what is your most randomest bottle? And it was a special Benny's edition of Marlot that was been aged in a whiskey casket, right?
It's Malort, yeah?
Marlot, yeah, Marlot. Mm-hmm. Sorry. And
Malort.
And what's it called? So I was like, you know what? This is gonna be extra funny. So I bought it. And I was like, I'm going to take it and I'm going to let these motherfuckers drink it, right? Because I know they're not going to like it. But it was just a joke, right? It was a $40 joke, right? But I was like, cool, it paid off. So, and at the same time, I was like, yeah. When we got there, when we stopped at the liquor store before we went to Pedro's house. And I was like, I can't just show up with just a bottle of Malort. So what's it called? So I did get a, what was it? Woodford Reserve, but I got the double oak one because I was like, all right, it's not as cheap, make up for the Malort. So yeah, once I get there, like, bro, like everybody's popping out bottles. I was like, no, they're coming in with bottles and a 12-pack, or
right. I was gonna say always paired with beer.
And I was like, dude, like it was like the cooler was full. There was a side cooler that was full, and there was a shitload of beer that was just piled up on top of each other. Yeah. Waiting for there to be space in the cooler para meterlas. So I was like, I don't know who the fuck they thought. Well, like
exactly.
Who do we lie to ourselves and be like, yeah, we're gonna drink all this, right?
No man.
Now, when I bought the bottle, mind you, when I bought the bottle, nada más habían dos en la foto. When I got there, ya ven como cinco, dude. Because Cookie pulled out an Eagle Rare, which I don't know where the fuck Cookie gets all these bottles, dude. I had to tell him, dude, like, where are you getting your stuff from? Like, are you selling your ass, dude, or what?
I think he took that shit one time to Romero's.
I just might start doing the same thing,
fire.
dude. Because bro, Eagle Rare is amazing. It's super hard to find.
Really good.
Yeah, my dad liked it because he tried it with him.
There you go. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's the one.
Like tenían una botella de tequila. Then what's it called? They trajeron la botella el tequila de Kevin Hart.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah. Somebody brought that.
It was Mary Lou's brother. What's it called? And yeah, después de ahí, like they brought a Macallan 18. They brought like I was like, no mames, dude. So you look at the table, into the shit of cigars, and I'm talking about like 30, 40 cigars. And I was like, what the fuck? And then people pues llevaban like cigarros or
sí.
Otras cosas, right? And I was like, all right, that table was cool because you're like, all right, cool, I'm near the whiskey, you know, I get to try it. But you're sitting there, you're like, fuck, I don't want to be here too long because that shit looks dangerous, right?
Hell yeah.
And
sounds dangerous.
But you know, I'm on a diet, so I drank a little bit of like Modelo Oros, and from there I just switched to whiskey because I was like, you know what, like I can't keep drinking beer, right? But dude, it was a good time, and it was a hilarious ending, dude. Hilarious, dude. Like, so Romerito,
who got picked up, dude?
So nobody got picked up, right? But Romerito knocked out, right? Like, so ya ves cuando ya toma mucho,
él no se duerme, dude. Él no se
duerme. Like,
no
he was just he was resting his eyes.
Yeah, there you go.
On the couch, right? And from there, we were all like doing rock paper scissors on who's gonna try and take his keys away, right? Al principio was like, who's gonna take his shoes off? Porque we're like, if he wakes up, se va a emputar, you know, he's gonna start smacking people. Like, what are you drinking? You know, kind of advice. So we're like, damn, nobody wants to get smacked. So, le tocó a César. So César fue, le quitó los zapatos. And then from there, they're like, hey, we should take his keys away. So me tocó a mí. So I'm over there filling up Romero, and I could not find his keys for the life of me, dude. And I was like, damn, pues, you know, like, I can't find his keys. And they're like, dude, pues, hay que dibujarle un pito en la cara, no? I'm like, wait, se va a enojar más todavía. So I was like, no, we're way too old for that now.
And just look at the table, guys. Just look at the table.
Yeah, dude. I was like, no mames, you know.
¿Y sí se hizo o no?
¿De what?
El deck in el face del Romero.
Oh, no. So no se hizo. And everybody was too scared,
with it, ¿no? Alguien se lo sacó ya nada más.
They're like, oh, just se lo puso así, like, así. A ver, trace it, ¿no?
Sí, güey.
Pero no, dude, pues todos tenían miedo de despertarlo, so. Y al último hasta Pedro, dude, he was like, hey, dude, can somebody please stay over? Y se quedan dormidos en el sofá o en la cama de abajo, because si se despierta Romero, he's like, se va a querer ir, he's gonna get violent, he's gonna suplex me, I don't know what he's gonna do, I'm gonna need help. And he was asking everybody. Al último nada más quedó Cookie, Álvaro, Cookie's boy, and me and Caesar, right? Yeah, we're the last four. So it's funny, dude, because he has Cookie. He's like, dude, help me out, dude. You know, like, because if he wakes up, he's gonna be angry. And Cookie's like, oh boy, he's like, if you wake me up, there'll be 2 angry people in this house. I'm gonna beat your ass.
No mames.
So yeah, so ahí lo dejamos y le dimos la bendición a Romerito, güey, like, ojalá no te despiertes, you know, like, you know.
Dude, so lo que pasó es de que quería ir al baño, right? And I'm like, I had been, you know, trying to figure out, like, pues si me salía ahí behind the bushes or whatnot or whatever. So entro al baño and it's busy. So digo, pues me voy a sentar aquí en el sillón tantito en lo que salen, you know? A esperar. Pero, güey, no mames, yo creo que se tardaron un chingo y ahí me quedé dormido.
This man fell asleep, dude. I was like, damn.
Yeah, no, I mean,
you were that fucked up too,
dude,
or no?
No, not even, dude. Like, I think, you know, más estaba, like, I mean, más o menos, pero porque we took the Malort. We took the shot of Malort. The first time I tried that nasty ass stuff.
It's just the aftertaste. The aftertaste is what's
What isn't that what counts with?
Strange. Well, I mean, when you drink it, when it goes down smoothly. In your mouth, it goes fine. But the aftertaste,
the aftertaste in your mouth is disgusting. I didn't like it. I mean, it's not as bad as they described it to be, but it's not pleasant.
No.
So, ya después de eso, like, porque there were other people that wanted to do tequila. Since I'm like, I'm not doing tequila. Like I just took,
Hell no.
I did whiskey, and then I drank beers. I wasn't planning on going back on whiskey, but we did the Malort shot, so I had to rinse that off with something. But yeah,
So you ended up staying over?
yeah. Well, I stood over and I woke up around 5.
I think it's like 4:30, me dijo Pedro.
Yeah, like 4:30, and I was like, y me paré como en Vegas, dude, like como si nada, like oh,
Fucking, I
pues
hate that
whatever.
shit, dude.
The
fucking worst, dude.
Yeah, I got up and I was like, fuck it, let's go. And y pues sí, le dije a Pedro, like you know what, dude, I am gonna head out. Like, no tiene caso que me quede. Like, también no voy a estar a gusto. I know Carla's at home with the kids. Y aunque está un poquito más de su leg y todo, like, me quedaba con el pendiente. So I'm like, I'm fine. So let me just go home.
Yeah.
So yeah, pues ya, I went home and, ya después como que sí me dolió la cabeza durante el día, pero nothing, a little pill.
Was that Malort, dude?
Dude, esa madre sabe a liquid earwax or some shit, dude.
No, mami.
So the aftertaste, the best way I could describe it is you grab a permanent marker and you just like scribble on your tongue.
God damn.
And that's what the aftertaste
to me. I can't remember
talking about earwax. You're talking about fucking markers. Like I never tried either or, dude. So I cannot relate.
Don't worry, dude. Whenever you come to it, I'll get another bottle. It'll be waiting.
I'm sure that bottle will still be.
Yeah. Oh, that bottle will still be there for sure, dude. For sure.
Yeah. That sounds like a good time, dude.
Pero, ¿por qué dices que over there también estuve dando duros los madrazos allá contigo?
Friday, I got out of work, went to get some meat. We decided to do a little barbecue for Camila's birthday since it was this past week. And then got home. On the way there, we picked up like an 18-pack, and then we were, stupidly enough, I was drinking on the way there. And then by the time we got to the store where we buy the meat, which is like a 45-minute drive, got another 12-pack, brought it back, and then decided to get another 18-pack once we got home, right? So it was me and
ya hasta me dieron ganas de ir al baño, dude, escuchando tanto.
It was me and my girl's uncle, and we were just here at the house till like maybe 2-3 o'clock in the morning.
Imagino que el Benny.
No, otro.
Oh, va.
Yeah, otro. And we were just here. Ya de repente, pues I had to wake up. Estaba bien crudo. I had to wake up, try to help out, a ver qué se tenía que hacer. And went to get michelada, y sí como que me calmó. Didn't feel so jittery anymore. And then as the day went on, I just felt good. Obviously, I was barbecuing and then helping out, and obviously I was drinking again, like very, very lightly. But as people started like done eating and everything, I was able to sit down. That's when I started kind of like drinking a little bit heavy. Eventually, it was like 5 o'clock in the morning, dude. The cops showed up, told us to turn down the music. And that was it. 5 o'clock in the morning, we decided to just call it quits, and woke up to like 1, I think, and then still had Jesse's came over. They went to get carnitas. Decided they brought me a couple beers, so me la curara, and we just probably had like 2 tall cans and a modelo, and then I was like, okay, I think I'm more than okay, dude. Like I literally did it like back to back, and I'm usually not like that. Like usually, like especially if I get a hungover, like I just chill, like me tumba, like I don't even want to drink. Pero because again, the party was there, we had bought beer, blah blah blah. I decided to keep it going, but I didn't think it was gonna go that long, like 5 o'clock long. Eventually it did. Yeah, it was 3 o'clock in the morning the day before, and then 5 in the morning. Yes, that was it. And then I was like, okay, well, I'm gonna chill a little bit because was 2 days back to back like that. I felt like it was a little hard. And then today I was just drinking water, and then I still got beer. Ivan came over, so I have Bud Light. And I was like, I could probably have like a Bud Light or two, but I was like, la verdad no se me antoja today. I was like, I'm just gonna chill, taking it nice and easy. And obviously, you guys know that you guys heard about the hurricane, right? That supposedly hit fucking California.
I mean, not supposedly, it did hit California.
Well, yeah, it's a storm. I don't think it's an actual hurricane by the time
so
I got here.
It's a tropical storm, no?
Yeah, but also obviously me living in the south of California, we got the rain and everything, but everybody was freaked out about it. Like honestly, I feel like it has rained harder in the past than what it did yesterday. Yesterday it was just, I guess, just consistent. Like it started raining when we were still out there, the Saturday or la madrugada y el domingo, like at 3 in the morning, it started raining. It lasted all day till maybe 11 o'clock or 12 o'clock. And then today was just fucking hella sunny. It was just super sunny. Like nothing happened. But here, I guess the bad part is, there was a bunch of earthquakes too, apparently,
Es lo
like
que
in
te iba a preguntar,
different
que
places.
porque habían dicho, ¿no? Like, obviously you can't predict an earthquake, pero they said because of the amount of rain and water that was going to land, like it was going to shake up things underground.
Apparently, also because just the water, ¿cómo se? Como the heat. I guess it was going to release some
Mm-hmm.
sort of heat or whatever, and yeah, eventually it was going to start with the earthquakes. We didn't feel anything here, but I know like in different places here where the storm hit, they fucking got the earthquake plus the
Yeah.
little fucking storm. So
Yeah, but I know with the rain, you gotta be careful with the landslides too.
that's the problem here in California, dude. That's exactly what it is. That's what everybody worries about. And we were getting evacuation. We had the helicopter fly around, and it's like, oh, evacuate to higher ground. That's like, damn, if I evacuate to higher ground, I'm still gonna fucking fall. Fucking mud and all that shit. But
Okay, yeah.
there's a couple places, a couple roads that, yeah, it's inundaron, and there's a shitload of mud, and obviously to clean it up is gonna take some time. Nearby, as far as like here in the neighborhood with me, it's just dirty from the trees releasing the fucking branches and all that little shit, pero nothing crazy that could be like, oh, we didn't lose
Yeah, bro.
power, we didn't lose water, we didn't lose anything.
This is your time, dude. Like it's time to venture out, funky fresh, into cleaning mud too, dude.
Oh shit, clean the streets,
Yeah,
dude.
dude. You see,
Fuck yeah,
dude.
dude. I see, that's not bad, dude.
Get the government contract, boy.
Innovation right here, dude.
You ready?
Government contracts, that's the way to go.
You
Fuck
see,
yeah, dude, for real. No lie. No lie on that. But yeah, muchachos, nonetheless, we're good. I know people were hitting me up on Sunday morning. I had my phone off, so I used it to play the music, and I guess I never charged it. So I didn't charge it till like 8 o'clock at night. So I guess Michelle and my sister were trying to contact me, see how we were doing. Because I felt like the media was just making it such a big deal. Like honestly, I didn't think it was going to be that big of a deal. It's just going to be rain, a little windy, and that was it.
Pues no se sabe, dude, since it was like, I guess, quote unquote, something that you guys were experiencing that is not common. Pues ahora sí que,
Right.
yeah, alarms went off. But glad that everything turned out okay. And
Yeah, we're chill.
I mean, yeah, you guys are well.
Mm-hmm. Pero bueno, muchachos, yeah, let's get, for this weekend drunkenness and all this stuff that we did, let's go ahead and get into our main topic. Back to school, muchachos. Back to school.
Back to back to back.
Back to school. You guys remember those times? Back to school?
I do.
Yeah. I mean, depends on what year you're trying to make me go back to, but
do you guys have like a specific like memory? Anything as far as like, oh, I remember this time because of, I don't know, so and so.
I mean, whenever you switch schools, obviously that's a big one, right?
It's huge, yeah.
Like I know I switched schools a few times. So obviously, y luego especialmente when I went to Mexico, dude, like it was like, oh shit, like I had to wear like pues ya ves que el suéter, like a tie, all that shit, and like
Uniform,
dress clothes, yeah, whole ass uniform, dude, and pues todo iba a ser en español, and I was like, fuck, I know Spanish, but it's one of those like it's nothing but Spanish, right? And it's a little different.
And how old were you?
Yeah, I was in 6th grade, so I was what, like 10, 11,
12, no?
So maybe 12. I'm not 100% sure of the age anymore.
I say 11 because Tina's 12. She's in 7th.
Okay, so you did 7th grade over there in Mexico.
I did 6th grade, 7th grade, and I started doing 8th grade. So when I came back, maybe in, I want to say like a month after 9/11, I came back.
Oh,
and what's it called? So I remember when I got back to Chicago, obviously that was still a big topic, right? Like 9/11, and from there I had to take the Constitution test, even though I did not study for the Constitution test because I was gone for 2 years in a whole different country. I passed it, but obviously it wasn't like super high score, but I passed it.
Okay. Remind me again, what the fuck is the Constitution test?
The Constitution test is the test you take that's literally about the Constitution and the history of the U.S.
But don't you take it twice? You take it like in 6th grade?
I thought 7th grade.
Yeah, so you
or
take
7th
it,
and 8th again?
I've heard people take it in 6th grade and in 8th grade. I've heard people only take it in 7th, and I heard that people take it in grammar school and then in high school again.
It might have been in high school. I think we did it in 7th or 8th grade.
I don't know why. I honestly, I always forget about shit like this. You brought it up, and I was like, "Wait, what?"
Mhm.
And then you guys said, "Oh yeah, we took it." I was like, "Damn, we did."
I just remember what is it, social studies teacher for like 7th and 8th grade. Was Miss I remember Miss Chambers.
Uh
Like yeah, I just remember her being the teacher, and she wasn't very energetic. So
huh. That's very true, dude.
yeah. But when it comes back to school, um, I think what I remember the most as a kid, um, you know, whether we struggled in other areas like financially, my parents and all, like ultimately, like siempre when it was back to school, it was like I would get supplies. Like we would always go to the store and get supplies.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and I like going to get the supplies for school.
Yep.
Although like a veces era like you would get a few things and then you would wait like a week to then get the rest of
The
the
other
stuff,
stuff, yeah.
because now at that point your teachers will give you a list of what they were looking for. Y todo ese
Correct.
Yeah.
pedo. But now it's like you get that list like a month before school starts.
And when your kids are in grammar school, yeah, like in high school, you get it once the teacher gives you the list.
Okay. Yeah, no, but ahorita pues con Itzel, it's like they give it to us like, a month in advance and shit. And this year, like, I mean, pues every year, también hago lo mismo con ella. We'll go to school and like, there's like one notebook that I'll let her choose. Like, get no, it's not like the regular like blue, red, green notebooks.
Mm-hmm.
Like, so she'll choose one or what, or a pen or whatever, something that's like not, in the description.
Yeah.
But this year, like, I'm like, oh, when are we gonna, go and buy school supplies? And Carla's like, oh, I already ordered it. She ordered everything via Amazon.
That's a
And it's
thing now,
like,
dude.
I'm like,
That's a thing.
damn.
Like I
Yeah.
know that's a
Times
thing, and
changed.
I know there's another thing where the schools will sell you a package. Ya con todo.
Oh, I didn't know that.
So, like,
I
so
think
there's
that
some,
sounds familiar. Yeah.
yeah, like hay escuelas que te venden ya todo el paquete. And like I've never no me ha tocado comprarlo. I know people that have, and some people say that like, oh, it's a little bit more expensive than going and buying it yourself, but
Is the
you
convenience.
it's the convenience and all that. And
Yeah.
some people say it comes out to be cheaper because they buy like, I guess, like name brand like notebooks and name brand pencils, and
Ooh, what do you
they
know
don't
about
go
that
for the cheap
5-star
stuff.
notebook, dude?
That 5-star notebook, yeah,
With the
dude.
little edge too when it came out. You're able to rip the
Oh, the
paper out.
corners, yeah.
Yeah. That was the thing that we literally went through that phase where we had
Hell
the
yeah.
notebook and you would rip it and like the edges are all fucked up, where you had the little thing.
The
Even though
little
sometimes
lines.
you were trying to be
Yep.
so careful,
Yeah.
it's still fucking ripped. But did you guys ever get like themed backpacks or anything like that back in grammar school? Because I like for
did.
now, I know like for now, this is I'll talk about my kids there. There was a couple times that they were able to choose like which one they wanted. I
Mhm.
feel like I had when my mom would take me, it would just be like, okay, well, this is what there is, so pick one, and it was just like, oh, okay. But
There
now
weren't
with
that
like
many options back then either that I could remember.
Tampoco, no.
no,
Like
okay,
like
mine was
back,
always like solid colors. I felt
yeah,
Mhm.
like I
and
think
black usually.
well, at principio when you're a little kid, because I remember when I was in like when I was little, like kindergarten, first grade, second grade, all that stuff. Um, it was like I didn't really pick it, but it was like, oh, like I like Ninja Turtles, I like Batman, so it would
Yeah.
be something
Mhm.
with that theme, right? Yeah,
Oh,
once I
did
got to like
you had them though?
third grade, huh?
You had some theme backpacks? I feel like I
Like
never did.
I had some when I was younger, but then
Yeah,
from like I want to say second grade and up, it was just solid colors. It was
solid
just like
colors.
a black book bag. It was just this. It was just that, right?
Mhm.
Y con Chiquis, so I let her pick her book bags because I was like, you know what, like you're gonna be the one that's
Mhm.
using them.
See,
Like I always make sure, like, all right, can it hold a lot of weight? Is it uncomfortable? Stuff like that. He puts like,
Mhm.
like cosas así, pero like I for the most part let her choose her own backpacks. And this year, like she's been using a lot of the like even last year she started using a lot of the messenger bags. I remember those were
Okay.
popular back in the days, and I was like, I
Mhm.
didn't know that. Dude, I don't know. All the stuff that we grew up with are coming back in style now, and it's
Yeah.
so weird, dude.
Messenger
I
bags. How
saw
were those?
it's like the crossbody,
Oh, I
like the
had that
ones
shit.
that they're like
I had that shit.
cuadrada,
Pero no, pero it's like a bolsa, on the
like a
side.
bolsa, like it's like a big
Not the crossbody book bag,
Okay.
right?
it's well, It almost
It
looks
could
like
be
a
crossbody,
purse. It's a giant purse.
right?
Yeah. But I
Oh,
know
you
that
see,
we had the
in,
crossbody backpacks. Like,
You had some
yeah,
Romero, not that man.
uh-huh.
You
See,
had one,
yeah.
right? Yeah. Yeah, that was the thing, dude. That was the new style. I mean, I don't know if they had it before, I ever paid attention to that. But as soon as I saw it, I was like, oh, that's just mine, dude. And it was like that. You just,
yeah, the
you know, little seatbelt
And
going on
they
right
had
there,
the
dude.
clips on it.
yeah.
Que te
Yeah.
lo puedes quitar con the clips. Yeah.
I'll be honest with you. Like, I know I've never been like the best, never was ever the best student, but I was always optimistic. I'll be honest with you. I was always optimistic in the beginning of school. Like when I would get like certain notebooks and I would get folders and I was like, okay, I'm going to try to keep this organized. Like I really tried to
Mhm.
keep shit organized. And as the year went by, obviously there goes me meeting Miguel and Miguel taking me out of school. But nonetheless, it was one of those things that I was always optimistic, dude. I always wanted to do good. Honestly, I did. Especially when I moved from Bogan to Rockford. I was like, okay, fresh start. Mega's not here. Like we should be good. So, dude, I'm there and I'm trying. I'm busting my ass because that was my thing back in Bogan. I was a demo. I was a demo, and then I get to Rockford, and I don't know if I told you guys the story, but they never gave me my transcript. My transcript
Mhm.
was never sent over. They never, I don't know what happened. They just never gave it to me. And I needed to start school. Like, say I was there on a Thursday and then Monday was the day to start. So the lady, the counselor was just like, okay, well, I have a couple, I have this, like you brought me this, like your grades, but I'm still missing like X and X classes. Like, what grade did you get? So I was like, oh, I got a C. That's a fucking lie. I got a
Of course,
B.
you can't go for the A's because they won't believe the rest of the
Right,
grades, right?
right. You see?
But if
So
you go for
I
the
have to keep it.
C's,
Yeah,
and it's like,
CD,
oh,
maybe a
C,
B
C,
minus.
D, a B,
Right,
like,
that's
a
consistent.
B.
That's being
Oh, it was.
consistent,
I
Mhm.
barely make that B, man.
dude. And but there was a couple classes that I would tell her and that I didn't pass. Honestly, I did, but she didn't. She never, literally, she never confirmed. All she said was like, "Tell me what you get, what you got, what you remember," and that was it. So my thing was, I'm there, and my ID still said like I was a junior when I was supposed to be a senior. And but she did say she's like, pass all your classes, all the classes that you're gonna get this year, and you'll graduate with like your class. Like you're not gonna, your class. Sure enough, dude, fucking busting my ass. I feel like if I would have told her maybe in some other classes, because there was classes that I told her I got an F in. I felt like if I would have told her maybe a D or a C, like she probably would have put, and I
Oh,
wouldn't be
You
so
could have
pressured to do
been
it.
in Harvard, dude, right now. Like just
Yeah, you never know, dude.
getting your master's, dude.
Like doctorate, dude, right now,
dude,
You could
like
have been a legit professor, dude.
for real, dude. Tech professor. But
like
yeah, but I was always optimistic. That was always me.
I said, dude, I'm gonna keep the optimism, dude. So I gotta go back to school, dude.
How come?
Back to back to back to school, dude.
Yeah, so I gotta go back.
Oh,
to
because
school,
you're
dude.
trying to move up, no? Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So obviously in IT and almost any other fields, you need a bachelor's degree to move up. So
You
there
can
was a
back it up with certs instead of the degree.
in some places you can.
Mm-hmm.
Over at Discover, they turn into this whole like, you know what, we want education first, because it used to be like, you know what, experience, certifications, that's more valuable than education, right? But now like a year ago, 2 years ago, they're like, we're gonna go with education. So I was like, crap, so now to move up, I need to get the degree, right? So I was like, crap, well, he push at the same time, like the company's gonna they pay most of it,
Mm-hmm.
as long as I keep a certain GPA. So I can't really complain about like, oh well, I gotta go to school, like he
You got to pay for
push.
it.
Yeah, and then half of my team is going back to school either to get their masters or to get a second bachelor. So I was like,
Oh, damn.
damn, yeah, dude, like everybody's on their masters or second bachelors. Y yo aquí estoy empezando my bachelor's, dude. And I was like, damn, like
Dice me, I'm over here trying to go for my GED, no?
See,
yeah, dude. I'm like, I'm over here, like, I'm gonna go to the people, like, I gotta be here, I gotta see here.
que te toque mi counselor, no?
You see, dude. Like,
Wow. No, but I think going back to school is one of those things that over time it just evolves. Like obviously it's always been a thing. I was always, my mom would always take me and she would buy me what she could, and then after the teacher would give us the list or whatever they needed, then we
Mhm.
would go back and pick out whatever we had. Pero I do
I would
remember.
lie. Ahorita que dijiste de que about the list and then stuff. I would lie though. I would say okay, they asked for Crayola crayons, so I wouldn't get those like
Those off brand.
those rose art.
yeah, there you go. That's what it was. Rose. I'm like, it was R something, but yeah.
Yeah, those rose
Es que dijeron que marca Crayola. I don't know why.
This is like, tiene que ser esa, ¿no?
Los marcadores son los que huelen a fruta cuando los usas.
I would just say that's true. Dude, I would recycle Crayolas. I remember a couple years, like maybe like 2-3 years, I would recycle them as that's because that's all I had. That's all I knew.
Mhm.
And obviously I didn't mind
like,
at that.
like melt them down and make a new one, or like
No. Like I wouldn't obviously use them way. Like so I would use them
so
all.
just reuse them.
So I would
When you
just
said
reuse them.
recycle, I was
Well,
like,
that's-
oh shit, because there's
melt
people
them
that do
down,
that, dude.
Well, I
They'll
know.
grab like
Una vela, ¿no?
los pedacitos azules, melt them down, and make one crayon out of that one,
Yeah.
like the little bits and pieces.
Dude, I remember one of the big things when back in school was the whiteout.
Whiteout, yeah.
Whiteout.
Yeah,
Ooh.
whiteout was the thing, and then this little strip,
The
little line.
tape, dude, the tape one.
Well, that was fancy. You had to be fancy to have that.
That shit
That
was
and
nice.
erasable pens that wouldn't really erase.
That's true.
What was a Papermate? The blue ones?
Yeah,
Those
blue
were
and
Papermate.
the go-tos. Like those for sure worked.
Like
The
what's it
little-
called? Yeah, it was those. Pinches borradores que rompían las páginas, ¿no?
that you would always
Yeah,
The
you would
rough
like
ass-
you would like delete like fuck.
you had to stretch like the paper out and so you could do it. Literally, dude.
Yeah, dude.
Summer
So-
breaks also felt like as you got older, they felt shorter. Like I remember as a kid, like in second,
Yeah.
third grade, like you like, oh, summer break, and it was this huge amount of time. But the older you got, that shit got shorter and shorter. I don't know why.
Porque ya después ya like te ponían a trabajar o te ponían a hacer otras cosas, ¿no? Like
That's
I
true.
remember estaba chiquita todavía, like she was maybe like in second, third grade, right? And I was getting ready to go to work. And she's like, where are you going? I'm like, going to work? Like, why? Because I have to go to work. She's like, but it's summer break. I was
Yeah.
like, well, yeah, I don't get a summer break anymore. Like,
That is
what do you
true.
mean? I'm like, that's only in school, you know?
I would
Okay.
definitely try to get up late during summer breaks. I would tell you that.
Ah,
I-
hell yeah.
I know there was as I got older and obviously with Romero and everything, I know there was a lot of sleepovers. We tried to do a lot of sleepovers during the summer break. But yeah, man, I think out of everything, like everything that we've been through, like as far as like the whiteout and like little things that we could pinpoint here and there, and even when I say that I use the word recycle the crayons, but if we reuse them, as Miggy would say, even those, like, dude, I don't regret any little things like that. Like, you know, it's just part of the memories, and even though like the fucking Constitution that I don't remember, that you guys just literally remind me of, it's like, damn, that's crazy. We did take that shit. I don't remember if I passed. I'll be honest with you, and I guess I had to pass. No,
You had to pass it, yeah.
to move to
Every teacher talking about you need to learn cursive because next year you're gonna use it. No?
Fuck, dude, yes.
Like that shit
Y ahora
started
ya
like
no
in
se usa.
fifth grade, dude.
Yeah.
It never really got like fully used. Así como te decían, te amenazaban que next year se
Or
va a
in
usar,
high school.
you're gonna use.
But
Yeah.
I will say this too, like, so you know, like when I go sign something, I sign my name, right? It's
Mhm.
very different than from like, you know, newer generations que no lo han aprendido, like Chiquis and her friends. Like I seen how they sign, or like Tank and Omar, dude. Like or even my cousin, they just write their names like normally because they don't know how to
Mhm.
use cursive.
Barely.
And I was like, well, maybe sí valió la pena, dude. Because
Dude, but I don't think you need to know cursive to kind of come up with the signature, see? That's just me. I don't know.
You don't unless you're creative and artistic, I guess. But if you're not, if you're like, fuck, I don't know what to do, you just, I guess, write your name.
El Romero ya firmaba como si fuera futbolista profesional, güey, no mames.
Y sí, no, ahí nada más
Siempre hasta
una
con el
big
12 le
C y una
ponía,
R, no, la
He would put number
CR.
12 there, dude. I was like, damn.
No, I think that eso salió de like my grandpa, my mom, my dad, like they all like I would always see them sign stuff,
mhm.
and oddly enough, like it looked like their name, but it wasn't their name, so it was se veía como un garabato, but it's like, oh, how can I do that, right? Like how can I make something that's different?
I was kind of fascinated by that. I'm not gonna lie, too. When I was younger, I would see like my mom sign. I was like, oh, she has such a nice writing. I look at it now, and it's like, damn, what the fuck are you writing, girl? Like for sure, like it's not obviously it's not the same, you know.
But I love you, mom.
Let's see. My mom has had surgery in her wrist, and I know it's not the same like before, but yeah, I used to like that. And then even my dad, he used to have like this weird kind of like thing where he would sign. I was like, damn, that's just nice and fancy.
Mm-hmm.
What was it about? I had no idea. I came up with maybe like 3 different styles until que ya me valió madre, dude. Now my signature is literally just my initials. JDR, and that was it. That's my.
I would start off with my initials, and from there, my dad's like, "You gotta say your whole name." So I was like, "Oh," so I would sign my whole name, and over the years, it was just like my last name was just GUER, and then from there, just a line.
Oh, okay.
So just cut it short.
And that's crazy because nowadays, the new thing is, I mean, there's this TikTok live videos or sessions, whatever you might call it, and people drop their name. No, it's like, oh, well, what can you make with this? And then they'll make a signature for you. I was like, oh,
and shit. It looks nice as fuck.
It looks nice, yeah. So I still.
Oh boy, I dropped my name. I was like, hell yeah, I'm gonna copy his shit.
Damn, screenshot, no?
You fucking would, dude. Damn, you fucking would.
Hell yeah.
I got a couple of 35 fun facts, muchachos, about
Damn, 35. Yo más quería preguntarte rapidito, dude, porque there was an era, like we were in 6th grade where we would take our lunches. Like we wouldn't eat lunch with the lunch crowd. Like, no sé si te acuerdas.
Because they would charge us, no?
A mí nunca me cobraban.
Damn, fancy.
Damn.
No, pues era porque me veía muy necesitado, dude, but I was totally picky. I didn't like the lunch food. But yeah, we started like we kind of figured out that if we brought our own lunches, then we can sit with the people we wanted to sit with.
Yeah.
Porque nos separaban the people that brought their own lunches versus the people that would go into the
2 lines.
So then, like, before you know it, like, it was a group of us who's like, well, fuck it, we bring our own lunches, we're gonna sit together and laugh our asses off, dude.
We're gonna be able to chill. That's
definitely
true,
like we were laughing too much. Kids would choke, people would spill water. Like it was a mess. But yeah, like I think past that, like I don't think I ever took lunches. But even if it was a lunch, it was una pinche little Ziploc bag con tu sandwich. It wasn't like we had a lunch box or anything.
No, nada.
I think I owned lunch boxes, but I don't think I ever used them.
I was gonna say, I'm like, did you guys ever own a lunchbox? I always wanted one.
I had a Pokemon
the metallic ones, a little when I was younger, right?
Yeah.
When I was older, I was like, nah, como que te da pena. You're like, no, give it to me, no brown bag, no, like one of those brown fucking paper bags.
I might just bring that back, dude, and take my little aluminum. What is it? Aluminum lunch bag.
Aluminum lunchbox, yeah, dude.
Yeah, dude, damos tu sándwich ahí, ¿no? Bien soggy, ¿no? Bien soggy del chile vinagre, dude. O de la salsa que te echaba. But yeah, I also, now that you mentioned it, I remember that we used to have lunch cards.
The lunch cards, yeah.
Lunch, depending on where the hole was. No, era donde te cobraban.
Sí.
Yeah.
Because I remember not taking lunch and having to go, and then my mom would give me money. It was cents. It was cents, though. It wasn't nothing crazy.
Yeah. So at principio, it was like cents, right? And I think once I got to high school, it was like $1 something. Like, no, mommy, dude, it was expensive.
By the time I got to high school, I had free lunch, and thankfully, because I would fucking go twice to go on that shit, dude. For sure.
I remember there was, I think junior year, my last year, I had to pay whatever, like 50 cents or whatever it was, 75 cents, and is when I found out that like people would like modify the school ID para que the star
no, they wouldn't do what
wherever they needed to be. So you could get the free lunch. And even that, descaradamente, we would get lunch twice.
Are you saying that people would get 2 IDs, cut off the picture from one, put it onto the other one,
dude.
and then cut off the name perfectly so it fits it?
Allegedly.
The guy or girl, what?
Allegedly, dude.
Or draw the star on the fake ID.
And then put white out on the other part.
And put white on the other part? Yeah, what? No, dude.
I do remember seeing
never do that.
Someone had put a sticker on their ID where the hole was at. So it would cover the hole, you wouldn't be able to see it. So I was like, shit, like people were just getting fancy with that shit. But ahí les va, 35.
Well, 35. Dale. Pues dale a couple, porque sí está un poquito largo eso, ¿no?
A ver.
I don't think I went to school for that long, dude. So
35 years. Back to school has become its own shopping phenomenon. Right? We could agree with that. In fact, the majority of parents will spend more than $100 on back to school shopping.
Right.
How much you guys averagely spend? Or
dude, I thought the book bag prices are outrageous. Maybe porque again, I did it through Amazon, and the quality of the book bag is not the greatest.
Yeah.
But it was the design, and I feel like I need to get into the book bag business. Itzel wanted a Pokemon one, and it was $40, and I thought that was super expensive. Like, I'm like, Why?
Hasta eso, dude, it's cheap, dude. Like,
A mí se me hizo
Oh,
caro.
it's
$40
kinda
se me hizo caro, dude, for a book bag, especially the quality that the book bag is, you know?
fucking Chiqui's like, I think her book bag was like 85 on Black
Yeah.
Friday, dude.
Black Friday, goddamn.
Yeah, on
Oh,
Black
pues es que
Friday.
those messenger
hell yeah,
bags
dude.
are expensive también.
Oh, so like, cause like le compré, it was a regular book bag, but it was a Columbia book bag because we went
¿A
to Dick's Sporting
ves?
Goods.
Pues ya.
Esa le va a durar, dude, toda la high school, dude. Hasta va a agarrar su maestría con esa, dude.
Hasta el
So
colegio. ¿no?
maestría.
I'm gonna use it to go to school, dude, even though if it's virtually.
Dude, over $100 sounds fair, right? Just back to school
Hell
shopping.
yeah, dude.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that's easily achievable.
Oh, very fast, dude. Very fast. Just la pura pinche calculadora, dude. That once they start doing that Texas Instrument calculator,
Oh,
dude,
fuck that, dude. Yeah, I remember.
that bitch is expensive.
I forgot who I
dude.
stole one from, but
I was gonna say those would get stolen a lot.
so
I did
sorry,
not want to
dude.
say
Hell
anything,
yeah.
but
I forgot who.
All the
but
time, dude.
and
it
then
was
you will
stolen.
write on it or make some stupid design to make it look like it's yours,
Yours.
and not theirs.
Yeah.
I'm just
Yeah,
allegedly, I don't know.
Yeah, Romero, no? It's kind of secrets, no? According to surveys, the 5 worst expectations from elementary school kids include homework switching, schools getting up early, and test math. That sounds stupid, but that's how
Wait,
it's
what?
written.
I don't get none of that.
According to surveys, the 5 worst expectations from elementary school kids include homework switching.
What's homework switching?
I don't know. Romero might know.
I'm assuming it's another word for cheating, dude. Like where you just pass your homework down to somebody else.
Pero dice aquí otra. Schools getting up early, test math. They fucked up on the thing, right?
Test
Oh.
math or math?
Math, como de matemáticas.
Oh, dije, porque no, man, ya está cabrón la cosa.
Que dice,
dude.
pues por eso Walter White tuvo que hacer pues a vender meth, dude, porque estaba cabrón, dude.
Apparently, 2/3 of all children, also known as 66.7%, like school. Did you guys ever like school, really?
Again,
I
depends
did
on the year, dude.
when I was younger.
Okay, what about let's talk. I guess our more recent years, which is high school.
The
Did you guys
last
ever go to
recent
high
time
school?
I liked school. I liked high school.
I
So
like
I
high
mean,
school.
you think back, and I like my time. At
I just feel like
Bogan.
during that time, I feel like I wasn't like there were some times that I just didn't like it.
Well, of course. So there was a
lot of
shitload of times I didn't like high school, but
Yeah, but
like, for the most
hindsight,
part,
like now
I
that you
enjoyed
look
high
back,
school.
it was fun times, dude. I mean,
Good times.
dodging bullets and apples during the lunchroom, that was okay. Dude.
Bullets and apples.
Como dice, we here
Dude,
for a
the
good
food
time,
fights
not a
were
long
crazy.
time. No?
Those food fights were crazy.
Hell
dude.
yeah, dude! I got
Yeah.
hit with an orange in the head, dude.
Fuck that.
I
dude.
told you, dude, I got hit with an apple, dude. That shit would hurt, like hurt. Like, I was walking down the hallway, dude. I wasn't even in the lunchroom, dude. I was not
God.
even there yet, and I got
Damn,
caught.
dude.
But I can't say shit, dude, because I was one of the people that be throwing stuff, dude. So
I think I was involved in one of them and I threw it and I kind of walked out there. I was like, yeah, fuck this.
fue la matraca que le pegó a Romero, ¿no?
we never had lunch together. Dude.
We never had a single class together.
No, we never had a single class together during high school.
I don't think I ever
during
had a class.
elementary.
with,
Yeah,
with,
we had
with
elementary class together. With Romero, didn't you have Spanish with him?
Con Alvarado?
You guys?
Yeah, we had Albarran, but I don't remember if you were in our classroom, though.
Oh.
Because I know I was with
Different period.
I think it was different because I was with
I
Juan
think we had
Alares and Barban.
we had like PE.
Okay. Because I had like 3-4 classes with Johnny Boy in freshman year.
Mm-hmm.
And consistent, it was like every fucking class, dude.
Yeah, no, we had PE, but that was about it.
Pencils were once flat. Did you guys know that?
Pencils were
Flat?
once flat.
Yes, pencils used to be squared. It wasn't until 1565 that an Italian couple made the first round pencil by cutting juniper wood into the strips, then gluing those strips together.
I mean, I seen the carpenter pencils. Yeah, they're like
Yeah,
cuadrados.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe like that.
But they said a square, so that's weird.
Like the IKEA pencils.
Yeah.
Aren't they square?
Yeah, there's
I think so. Yeah.
It's crazy that there's more than just number 2 pencils, dude. Ya que cuando dicen bring a number 2
Yeah.
That's
pencil,
true.
I'm like,
dude.
pues, ¿cuál otro,
I was like,
cabrón?
yeah, I was like,
También.
what other one is there?
Pero si hay
And
otros, no, for different.
Yeah, there's a lot of
kinds.
other pencils. I was
a
like,
lot of
shit.
different numbers.
Yeah, dude.
The first
Why is
use of-
pencil number 2 the choice though, right? Why isn't pencil number 1? You know, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, why is it number 2?
I think
I don't know.
it's based off of the how dark it is. I think one is
Okay.
too light. Porque I
And
know
whoever made up the fucking those scanning test cards,
yeah, the scan cards,
fucking
yeah,
like, yes, like
the scantrons, yeah.
scantrons. That's exactly what it was called. Like, you couldn't get outside the circle. It had to be a
Right.
number 2 pencil.
Number
If you
two.
accidentally
shit, I
like
remember that shit.
scratched that, like all of a sudden your scores were off. I
Actually,
don't know. I just
just
thought I
thought
got screwed over.
I just
many
thought about
times.
that shit recently, dude. When I was playing for the lottery, dude, I was trying to win the Mega Millions,
And you went outside the line, dude.
and I went, yeah. So maybe that's
Y
why I
por
didn't
eso
win,
no
right?
ganó, dude. ¿Ves?
Yeah, dude. Pero it's true what Miguel said. Number 2 pencils are in the middle of the road when it comes to hardness and shade, and they're ideal for everyday use.
The other reason why I know is because so Chiquis como she likes to draw, and the pencil case has been in like a whole bunch of it, and afterwards he come up with like a number and a letter, like a 7B, 7H, 7HB, you know, shit like that. I was like, oh, that's okay.
Les va otro, muchachos. The first use of the term backpack in English literature was in 1910. However, backpacks as we know them today became popular in the 1930s.
So what is the difference between a backpack and a book bag?
So I grew up with the book bag my whole life.
You know what?
I come
let's
here
Google
and
it.
it was just I
Porque
think it's a backpack.
Pinche Dora quiere una backpack, dude. Ella tiene una backpack.
Yeah, dude. You think it's based off a location? I mean, it doesn't mean the same thing.
I don't know. Dude,
hold on. So it says they're different in a few ways. It says backpacks are great for carrying heavy loads, but they can be difficult to carry around. Backpacks have rigid spine support system that make it easier to carry heavier items.
We definitely did not have those.
Backpacks are heavier and larger than book bags. Book bags are meant for laptops and textbooks rather than carrying heavy loads. So I'm guessing a book bag is for lighter stuff, you know, maybe like the one that we use to take our laptops in now. And a backpack is like for the heavy stuff because it's for the whole bag, I guess.
I don't know. I got to check my girls' backpacks now because they call them backpacks here, so they better have some sort of fucking spine support system on that shit, dude.
I just remember que I don't know why we were talking about this, and I don't remember this conversation, Jonathan. Pero dijiste que it's like some words don't make sense of why we say, like, why are they called why certain things are called certain things. So, for example, as far as when you translate, right, backpack makes sense. You pack something in your bag.
Yeah.
Book bag, it's a bag where you put your books.
Right.
But then you say mochila, and it's like, what the fuck?
Where did it go from there, dude? Where did it go from there, dude? No, hace unos días, dude, dice, ¿por qué en inglés butter es mantequilla?
Oh, yeah, I seen that shit.
Pero fly es volar. Y en español, ¿cómo se dice? En español, ¿por qué no se dice mantequilla voladora?
Yeah, for butterfly.
Instead of butterfly?
It's a butterfly.
I
was like, damn, that's just true. Like shit like that, right? But also, obviously, do they call them mochila anywhere else? As far as like Central America or stuff like that?
I'm sure.
Do they have like something like a term that makes more sense than what the fuck we use as far as mochila?
What is another word for mochila?
I don't know. I'm just saying. Because there's book bag and backpack, dude. So
maleta escolar.
Tío. Un bolígrafo.
So dice España se le puede llamar mochila, bolsa o bolsón. Cuba también se llama mochila. Bolivia se llama bolso o mochila. Colombia se llama morral. Chile se llama mochila.
Okay.
So mochila is the leader in the space, dude.
The most
predominant one.
Yeah.
About 52% of high school students worked at least part-time during the school year, with 20% working full-time. Did you guys ever have a job during
all the time?
Not a full-time job.
In high school, yeah. In high school, so in high school I didn't work full-time. Well, I take it back.
I was like, Miguel worked full-time and went to school part-time.
Yeah, I was gonna say, wait, I take it back. My junior year or senior year, I was working full-time and going to school part-time.
100% of U.S. public schools have internet access compared to 50% in 1995. There's
Oh,
currently one
hell
computer
yeah,
for
dude.
every 4 classrooms in the U.S.
Dude, antes ya
Did
ves
you
que
guys ever
nomás
have
había
computer
un
class?
pinche cuarto, dude. One room, that was a computer room, right? That's it.
Yeah.
And I don't know if you guys remember, like, if you were lucky enough, you would get like those old Macintosh what's it called, monitors,
No.
los que
Oh, with the
tenían como
colors.
Yeah, the big one.
colores and
Yeah.
all that. Like,
Mm-hmm.
if you were lucky, I never got it. I just got to see it on
You
TV.
never got lucky?
No, dude, it was just like the basic ass IBM monitors and shit. Like,
The IBM.
I was
Like
like,
the
que
big.
los prendías y que hasta escuchaba más el. I'm like,
The
no,
fucking
mames. I was like, fuck.
I do remember when we joined in. I think when we went into high school, I think that was the first time they actually had like a computer room. I think that they had mentioned something like that. Am I
Yeah,
right?
I mean,
Or do you
Bogan
guys remember?
was called
And Bogan was a
computer
technical.
technical school or something like that. No,
Pero,
that was their tagline.
Yeah,
that
that
was
would.
their tagline.
So crazy enough, I know people that went to Bogan where they me dicen que Bogan, they learned how to code, they learned how to network because like the Cisco network and all that. Que había
Nice.
classes for all that shit. And I was like,
There was
what
a
was all this, dude? I was like,
Cisco SQL class
yeah,
or
there was.
Oh,
something.
that's
Yeah,
right. Yeah, that's
and
true.
I was like, when I was in fucking computer class, people were fighting with the keyboards, like legit fighting with those keyboards. I was like, I don't know where the fuck you guys get all this fancy shit from Bogan, dude.
I actually one of the things that I would look forward to was getting my uniforms, getting the black Dickies with the white shirts. Like
With
that
the
was
white
Dickies were
shirt.
the thing to go.
Back then, yeah, the work dickies, yeah,
with
Yeah,
with
the work
the
Dickies.
extra black shoes, dude, because you couldn't have
Extra
anything
black.
on it.
extra. He said those black Air Force ones, no?
That's so
You
crazy
see, dude,
because
those were the
Black
hot
Air Force,
item, dude.
the hell yeah, and it's so crazy because I remember just a couple 10 miles away from Bogan, or how many miles would be from Bogan to Curie or to
Curie?
Hancock at the time.
Mhm.
They would just appear with no uniform. It was just so weird that we had to wear white and black shoes. We can mix nothing else, and their backpack, I believe. I don't remember seeing colored backpacks, but mine was black.
So afterwards, they had to wear clear book bags.
Right, and then they
Right.
switched to clear.
Yeah.
Fucking
So Bogan tried
Even though
doing
they
that.
had the X-ray machines.
Yeah. So Bogan tried doing that. Like, but I think the reason why Bogan didn't enforce it is hard. Like, I know Bogan enforced it once we left. Because Charlie had su hermano went to Bogan, and Charlie would tell Tank, like, dude, they gotta use clear book bags now.
Shout out to que dice público, Charlie.
Right. And I think it has to do with there was a lot of violence in Bogan, but it was like not like, hey, somebody's brought, this firearm, right? It would bring weapons, but
fist-fighting
not
violence.
yeah, but it was fist fighting or something else.
Apples.
And right, apples, oranges, looking
Frozen
But like, for example, the gun violence would happen outside.
Yeah.
So I think maybe that's why they were like, well, we don't need to really check them. I don't know. That's just my theory, and I don't know how those other schools work because I didn't go to those schools. Pero I know, I know. I heard some people say that there's politicians and there's like principals that they like having school uniform versus not having it because it gives students a break. Because según dicen que there's people that obviously they come from a more low income family, maybe can't afford like varios cambios de ropa, and they don't want kids getting bullied.
Sí.
And they're like, because of that, they're like, if you wear a uniform, nobody could tell you're wearing the same pants like for a whole week, or like you just wash them and rewear them again, right? So I guess there's good sides and bad sides to uniforms.
I honestly did not. I was not opposed to a uniform. It made life easier. Like I didn't have to think about what I need to wear because senior year out in Plainfield when I did senior year, it's like there's no uniforms, there's no nothing. So it's like ahora sí que it's like it required you to think a little bit more about what the fuck you're gonna wear the next day.
Ahí va Romero con su camisa blanca y su pantalón negro, ¿no?
black Air Forces. That was the thing, I'm sure, dude. He had it there, dude.
I'm sure he wore it at least once, dude. I'm sure.
Yeah. Reminiscing some good times. What else? A little bit of I guess memory that I had from Bogan would be when we were in lunch, and I had lunch with Carla. I think like 2 years. And then we would play the fucking stupid ass coin game that we would
Oh,
spin it.
Bloody Knuckles.
The bloody knuckles, yeah.
And then we would
Bro,
spin
that
it.
shit
never
was
liked that shit.
fucking... Dude, my
Carla was a
knuckles
G
are
for
all
that. I'll
still
be honest with
open,
you.
dude.
Carla was a G because I remember she would be like, no, I'll play. And we would play it like amongst a couple people. And then we would just go. And then, when Carla would lose, she would just like, okay, go. And then she'd put her knuckle down. Yeah, she was a G back then, dude.
Hell yeah.
Now she
I don't know, maybe
she trips
that
over life now, but
that
she was a
affected her balance, dude. I don't know that, but I never liked playing that shit. Like I played it a few times, but I was like,
I couldn't keep the coin up, dude. Like le pegaba yo na.
Oh, that's right, because you gotta keep it spinning.
Yeah,
that's
the whole fucking flickering.
You have
and
to
like,
flick it.
dude, it was horrible, dude. Like that's why my knuckles were always all busted, dude.
Dude, stupid decision. I know as kids, it was retarded to play a game like that. But I have those memories. I was like, damn, like that shit was kind of fun at the time, as stupid as the game was. Pero bueno, Romero, you get any fun facts? Algo ya que tengas que you want to share?
I guess in high school, actually in elementary school, we also had lockers, although like half of them did not lock properly.
You just bang on them in the open, dude.
Yeah, but I don't think we ever, at least that I could remember, I never like decorated the locker or like gave it a theme or anything
like
that.
Yeah, I know. I've seen it in TV and I've seen it on all that. Like,
well, I remember like with my sister, like they would
it.
like decorate it and do shit, and I'm like, nah.
Oh, really?
I've never done that. Yeah, like I've been over there and because they went. No, they didn't go to Plainfield. Oh, they did go to Plainfield. Yeah,
I was gonna say, in Bogan it's hard because you always had a locker partner.
You had to share.
Yeah, you had to share lockers.
That's true.
So.
Do you guys remember
you used to, no?
I did.
Even when they did the split, because before it used to be like the long.
So it was a long locker,
and then
even
they did
when they did the split of the lockers. Yeah. So
you still had two people per locker.
Some people did.
I can't remember.
I still had a split.
I don't think it nos tocó a nosotros, Romero, the two lockers. I think that was after we left. I can't recall having like a locker on top and a locker on the bottom there. I remember seeing them afterwards. Yeah.
I guess like I would go still. Like I still went, a couple times after.
I think my
maybe
year,
that's why
I got the half locker by myself. But
yeah,
I know freshman year I had to share. Sophomore year I think I shared. Junior year like I had my own. Senior year what should have been my senior year like. I don't think I even knew where my locker was, dude.
Mika, so you graduated 2007?
I was supposed to 2006, boy.
There we go.
Same year as you, dude.
You couldn't fake the grades like I did.
Not at Bogan, dude.
I had to fucking fake it, dude. Fake it till you make it. Romero says, dude.
Oh,
that's right, dude. Honestly, because of that switch, I never did summer school.
If I had that option, I would.
I'll be honest with you. I'm gonna have to call out Romero here. He did do summer school one time.
No, not in high school. Like I was supposed to do summer school to make up for those credits in high school, but I never did them, or night school. I never did it. And once I switched over to,
they had online school, night school, summer school,
online school.
Yeah, they had online school. También.
What the fuck?
Damn, dude. I don't remember that.
I don't know.
They didn't offer it a lot
porque
Bogan didn't have the resources. But I do know they did have it. I know other schools. I mean, other high schools they had it porque other people actually took those.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Damn, I didn't know that. Romero, any fun facts you got reading over there, dude? I see you looking over.
Yeah, I was looking to see what was there, pero I guess just to kind of close off the episode and before we go into Words to Live by Johnny Boy, any memorable field trips?
Ooh,
Springfield.
Trips.
We went to Springfield. Yeah, I went to Springfield for 8th grade.
Yeah, that was it was the 8th grade trip.
Mm-hmm. We went to Springfield. I think I remember that one. That was pretty cool.
We actually had a coach bus that took us over there.
Yeah, that shit was nice.
So I have two, right? One as a parent and one as a student. The student one was when I was in Mexico. I went on a field trip and we went to. It was a Catholic school, so fuimos a una iglesia, like, but it was like we had to stay there for like the weekend and stuff like that. So it was kind of cool. It was a kind of cool thing. Only problem was we were playing with rocks.
No,
we were playing with rocks, throwing them, and I hit a girl in the head, and because of that, I wasn't valedictorian because I cracked her head open.
Damn.
Yeah.
no más por eso. O sea,
nada más por eso, dude. Like,
but you got your alumni award, dude. After years.
yeah,
after.
I got my alumni award, dude. So that's almost like being valedictorian.
Sí.
And as a parent, dude, like I went to Brookfield Zoo, and she me sigue diciendo que she wanted me to go. She wanted me to go. Like she was like in third grade, I think. And was like, all right, cool. So fui, and like I made lunches and everything, and I got this group of all girls, and all the parents were like, good luck with these two girls. And let's just say it was a very bad time. One of them was like ended up stealing from the Brookfield store.
God damn.
So I had to pay for it. So yeah, she got caught, and I was like,
mi guy told on her, no?
I was ready to, dude. Like I was ready to, but like what's it called? The la señora que trabaja en la tienda, she came out. She's like, oh, I'm so sorry. I think she accidentally, grabbed something and forgot to put it back. And I was like, oh, I thought you bought it. Oh no, I forgot. So ya entramos de regreso, and pues no tenía dinero, right? Y empecé a llorar. And I was like, fuck. So I was like, so se lo compré. Y de ahí the other girl que no tenía, I was like, well, I want something too. And I was like, chingados. So I ended up having to buy something for all of them, dude. All of them. And I was like, that shit sucked. And then I told them, do not eat your lunch until the lunch hour. So what did they do? They're eating their food, whatever, right? Tiraron half of their foods and shit. So yeah, when it was like the lunch hour, pues no tenían comida. So I had to go buy a fucking thing of nachos and shit.
Damn,
dude, it was hot as shit, hot. So I was like, fuck. So I was like, all right, let me buy a Gatorade. Like I was like, all right, son cinco, conmigo son seis. I'll buy 3, have them share, and I'll just share with Chiquis. Bro, one of the little girls just gulped the whole thing down. I was like, fuck. So I had to buy extra Gatorades for uno para cada uno, and I was like, fuck. I told Chiquis, do it never again. And then everybody was like, oh my god, Chiqui's dad is so cool.
It's a good chaperone,
like, yeah, it's amazing chaperone. Next field trip, go with him. He buys you something at the store. He buys you Gatorade. Damn. He buys you nachos. He gives you his chips. And I was like, nah, man, fuck this. I told the teacher, because the teacher was like, oh, like, you're very well liked. I'm like, I'm not coming ever again. He's like, really? I'm like, nah, hell no. And that was the last field trip I ever went to as a parent.
No way.
Hell yeah, dude.
I was started a couple good field trips here for the girls, but obviously my girl holds it down for there. But I know she talks about they went to like where they pick apples, and they eventually during the winter they'll have like Angry Orchard type of drink with ciders and stuff. So that shit was cool.
Cider. Oh. Angry Orchard, like damn.
Angry Orchard.
I was like, oh, okay. like that's how they roll in California, dude.
I guess. Pues vamos, muchachos. Yeah, we were at the 1 hour mark. Sorry, Romero. Do you want to tell me about your field trip, dude?
Shit.
You forgot, no?
No. I mean, I think it's always like the go-to was the zoo. Like we would always, no matter what grade you were in, like you would either go to the zoo or the museum for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
I did like industry. I did like going to field trips for sure. Like I think that was fun. Like and it was weird because not long ago Itel had a field trip to the zoo, and they were asking for chaperones. And Carla tells me, he's like, I never even really liked field trips as a kid.
Damn.
And I was like, damn, like I would look forward to those.
Yeah, hell yeah. The permission slip and all that.
Dude, what sucked is when you had to do schoolwork during the fucking field trip.
Damn, like a research.
Yeah, they on papel, like you had to write down like, what did you enjoy the most? Cosas así, puras pendejas, almost like a book report. So it's like a field trip report. I was like,
book report, fuck those two.
Oh, the book reports.
Book reports. That was the worst. And then it's because you had to, make sure you got a little star every week because they would keep tabs on it on the board.
Yeah.
And then the pressure added on, and then I'm like, come on, la maestra no es pendeja. Like, how all of a sudden am I going to do 3 book reports in a week when I haven't done, for the last 3 weeks?
Oh boy, you had to do what you had to do for the White Sox tickets
Make it,
too.
fake it till you
For the
make
White
it.
Sox tickets,
Hell
yeah.
yeah, dude! Like, that's
White Sox
that's
ticket.
the reason why I would have to read so much, and I hate reading because my dad would be like, "Quieres ir a ver los White Sox?" And as a kid, I was like, I never went unless I got the whole book report thing complete,
Sí.
right? So
I think for us was
yeah.
a Six Flags tickets, and I was like, well, fuck, I never even been to
Damn.
Six Flags, and I'm not interested, so I just
No,
had to do it for the grades, dude.
For us, Six Flags. Well, I mean, sometimes they had Six Flags, but it was the cans, the Coke cans. Que tenían el
Oh,
cupón
sí.
on them.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
hmm
We had to
That's
collect
what
how
was
we
it,
used to go.
$10 off or something?
Yeah, it was $10 off. But I mean, you take 5-6 cans, so that's like $60 off.
Were
as a
you
group.
able to double it up? Oh, as a group.
Well, as a
It
group,
was one per
like,
ticket,
it was
no?
like, yeah, it was one per ticket. So it was me, Tank, Omar, my mom, my dad, my aunt, and sometimes we'll take all of our cousins. So it was
Llegaban
like
con un
9, 10
24 de
people.
Coca-Colas, ¿no?
Yeah, dude, hell yeah, like todo
Ninguno
encerrado,
abierto,
¿no?
¿no? Ninguno abierto, güey.
Just like Stone Cold Steve Austin and before.
Sí,
Like,
güey. Everybody.
Here you go.
Oh my man. Good times. So overall, good memories. I know we could all. I mean, there's obviously more memories that we still have that we didn't share. But anybody going to school out there, if you just started or your kids just started, I know Caesar posted a couple pictures or some pictures of his daughter going into kindergarten, which I actually thought she was a little bit older, like she was going like first, second grade. But apparently she just started school. Obviously, it says start school on Thursday, Romero?
Yeah, she starts on Thursday, and that actually is going to be obviously she's just going into 3rd grade, right? Like, so she hasn't been in school for that long, but it will be the first year that I'm not going to be able to take her to school.
Oh, shit, dude. This is my second year that I haven't been able to take him. Last year, my dad came for Camila's party.
That's right. Mm-hmm.
My dad I had to go pick him up, and then this time, I had to go drop off my mom at the airport. She just came back from Chicago, which I told you guys last episode. But yeah, everybody out there going to school, definitely. Hopefully, you guys have a good year. I know Chicas just started.
Go to sleep early.
Try, yeah.
Make sure your kids go to sleep early.
Would you do the whole like go to sleep early like a week before to quote unquote practice getting up early and all that shit?
I'm doing that with the girls. I do that with the girls now, but I don't think I ever did it.
I used to, but like, in high school it's a little bit different. So in high school it's like, all right, cool, whatever. As long as you wake up on time. The day you're supposed to.
On time for lunch, no? Porque it's screw first, second, and third period.
You see the. No, but yeah, like I would say, like, definitely go to sleep early. Make sure you're well rested. If you're a breakfast person, eat something before you go, because some people would have those 8th period lunch.
Fuck,
so you would have to wait.
Yo, let's talk a little bit about them super donuts in the morning, yo.
Oh,
real, dude. No fucking lie. You had to get there early as fuck, though.
I te digo, yo de vez en cuando I go through the dangerous neighborhoods to go to those gas stations and pick up some.
Pick them up.
Yeah, some
Stack
super
up
donuts.
in the box.
So
put them on the microwave, let them explode.
My cousin, my cousin's daughter, right? She was doing a fundraiser, right? And she's like, "Oh, buy chocolates for like her school." And I was like, "Nah, I'm good." They're like, "You could also buy a super donut." I'm like, "How much are the super donuts, right?" And I think it was like $1 per each, or something like that. Like they're like, if you buy a few, it's a few discounted price, whatever. So I told her like, how much for the whole box? She's like, "Oh, ha ha!" I'm like, I'm fucking being serious. I want a whole fucking, and I bought a whole fucking box, dude.
Fuck, dude. You guys do remember those fucking fundraisers, no? Like with the crowd.
I was gonna say, we can go on forever about those.
What I said.
Yeah, and then it's like sell $500 and you will get this cheap ass toy.
Oh, the fucking things where
the catalog,
the catalogs, yeah.
That shit still exists, dude. The girls still do it every year.
Oh yeah, I know. Like, I think it's the only thing that she sold was what is it? Not Laffy Taffy apples. What are they called? The Taffy apples.
Taffy apples.
Yeah.
Just remove the Laffy, no.
Right.
Let's start busting a move right now, dude. Shake the Laffy Taffy.
You see, dude.
Remember the Taffy apples? The Scholastic books.
Not like the fairs. Like, I don't know if you remember the Scholastic.
Yeah.
They still have those here too.
$5 and buy a Goosebumps book and an eraser or some shit.
Yeah. They also have like a Christmas fundraiser where you could get plates or decorations or little
Oh,
one
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, they have
that
and
too,
shit.
yeah.
So that's just still going on. But for sure, I remember the chocolates. Like they would give us a box of chocolates, and we had to sell it and do
For
a
the soccer
fundraiser
team.
for the
It
soccer
was nothing
team.
but family, dude. Nothing
They
but family
literally
would
do.
buy them, dude.
For real.
And
My
then
mom would just
sometimes
give
we
me
would just
$20.
grab a few and just eat them and shit.
Hell yeah,
Fuck
dude.
yeah, dude. That was the
Like
thing.
the
dude.
Snicker bars. We were selling
Fuck
Snicker bars
yeah.
for the soccer team, dude. Y pues de repente, like, pues se me antoja una pinche Snickers bar, ya te la comías. And then by the end of the year, it's like, I'm sorry, McDowell, I owe you $50.
Dude, the kids that would hustle, like they would sell like bags of chips and
Yeah.
like fucking candy just for themselves, not for
Yeah.
Oh, the Tutti
fundraisers.
Fruities.
The Tutti
Tutti Fruities.
Fruities, yeah. Y las bolsas de
Um,
like the chips and all that, dude.
Shout out to my boy Andres, dude. He was selling rocaletas, dude.
Fuck
yeah,
yeah.
he was selling rocaletas, yeah, dude.
Fuck yeah, dude. 50 cents o cuántos eran?
No me acuerdo, like 25 or no sé cuántos.
I think it was 50
But I was
cents,
like,
dude.
yeah, the
For rocale-
rocaletas were a hit.
Hell yeah, especially back then, dude.
Hell yeah, dude.
Pero pues bueno.
Let's go ahead and close it out, muchachos. I do not have words to live by, but I do have palabras de Johnny, dude.
Damn, dude, you're gonna make me come up with a new hashtag here, dude.
It's okay, dude. Just hit me with the tank music.
What the fuck?
Y ahorita, baby.
No? Entonces, I guess es
Rome's all confused, like, what? Like,
palabras de JDR, dude.
Chale.
FDR, ¿no?
Como no sé qué música poner, ¿no?
La del tanque.
Las mañanitas, ching su madre, ¿no?
Ah, no más.
Va.
Muchachos, siempre recuerden, si siembran un árbol, harán feliz a un perro. Algo leve.
Como now Tank has to live up to those words, dude.
Hey, dude, that's his problem.
Either that or takes to come back like, damn, boy. Like, you just made my life so much easier, no?
I could come up with some stupider shit. No?
Oh,
Damn, just episode 92.
Episode 92. Ya merito, llegamos a los 100, dude.
Okay.
And next week we go live on Wednesday. We're going live on Wednesdays. We're no longer doing Thursdays because that does not work with our schedule. But we are going back live on Wednesday nights.
Yes.
Is that correct?
That is correct as far as I know, but we do gotta verify with Tank.
I mean, yeah, Tanque no está aquí, and he's the one that requested for no longer Thursday. So,
shit, okay, that's true.
Everybody knows it's okay. Now he has to agree to record on the last Wednesday of every month. We go back to Barra Libre on Wednesday nights.
Yes, sir.
So,
but
in the meantime, make sure
right, Johnny boy.
You just do your stuff, man. Just go to the Todos Toman Podcast and rate, review, and subscribe.
You gotta do it for the people that can't see the screen, dude.
You guys know where we could be found. TodosTomanPodcast.com. Rate, review, and subscribe. Find us on Facebook, Daddy Romero, Instagram, TikTok, and Facebook group at Todos Toman Pod. That's it.
You got it, dude. You got it.
I'm telling you, dude. I'm telling you.
But yeah, the rate, review, subscribe on Spotify, iTunes, wherever you listen to
It's
the
free.
episode.
It's free.
It's free. It doesn't cost you a lot. I mean, you can also give us a subscribe over in YouTube for sure.
Por favor. Se les agradecería.
That's all it takes.
That's it, man.
You see?
Episode 92 is
Salud, muchachos.
Cheers.
Uno por tanque, ¿no? For our fallen soldiers.
Easy, dude. Super busy.